So we are doing developer commentary of episode 5. It's hard to believe, but after 20 years, Alan Blum and Richard Levelord Gray have come back to build all new content for Duke Nukem 3D using a lot in pretty much the original tools. Now the engine is upgraded. This development commentary will talk about some of that. You can also tell that we're able to put a lot more detail in these maps because of increased performance of computer hardware since the last 20 years. It's pretty exciting. We're getting an all-new episode for Duke Nukem 3D.
What made you guys pick the theme like Amsterdam?
I suggested going around the world to and at first the bad guy, the aliens, have teamed up with ISIS. And then we thought that might not be such and then you came in and said they're destroying all the famous world monuments.
Yeah, I've never been there myself, and I just thought it was a good location. I mean, a typical place that Duke would probably go to for vacation, or you got all the
Coffee.
You got all the coffee shops, and they're called coffee shops. I didn't know they were called coffee shops.
I've been myself, and this is back in the first time was back in 1985. And to go into a place when this sort of habit was very, you can get in jail for decades. And you'd go into a coffee shop, and there's a menu. Not only do they sell it there, but there's a menu, and there's and little pictures, just like a restaurant. Oh, look at that, that's brown. Oh, this one's nice and golden.
Well, one day in California it'll be like that.
Coffee, yeah, golden coffee. I don't know why I put those in.
I was gonna say, you like to stick those in your maps.
Yeah, and I don't like them. I don't know why. I don't know why I do that. Well, you know why I do it? Because it for the immersion and the storyline. They're invading the Earth and populating it. So you got to put the eggs. In fact, I even asked, can I get an egg that doesn't sprout, just an egg? And then this one here is return your carts here. Don't forget your baby.
Oh.
And then the street up there. Can you look up?
Yeah.
Levelord Street.
Yeah.
Because I live there. But yeah, I'm amazed. Level designers, we always get all the credit for the levels. That level's amazing. It's the artists who are doing the art. But this is exactly what the streets of Moscow look like, as far as you can do it in a game like this. Let's look at the posters real quick. The one on the left there is Grandma's meat-flavored candy. And you can see it's meat patties and stuff. I don't know why it's funny, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Only in Russia. And they've got a very famous book, The Master and the Margarita. It's like a political commentary book, I think, from back during the Soviet era. But then we've got a real famous park, and they've got this sign. Everyone in Moscow knows this sign. But now it's not the original characters, it's Duke Nukem with a pig cop. That's the post office sign right there. And it should say Pochta Rossiya, Russian post office. But I was worried about, copyright infringement. And so now it says Почти Pochta, which means almost post office. And then that's not the Russian double-headed eagle, it's Luxembourg's or something. But I was very proud of myself. Почти Pochta. You see this whole storefront here?
Yeah.
That's my brother-in-law's. He owns 3 stores. One's for food, one's for hardware, and one's for... I forget what the other is. But that's his actual, I took pictures like you're saying.
Yeah.
And put it in there. He was thrilled. Actually, he wasn't thrilled. His 2 children. And that's just a friend of mine's. The guy who introduced me to my wife, whose company is Friendly Orange. He makes games over there. But that says, compare our apples and oranges.
The stuff on the bottom does?
Yeah.
Because it looks like it'd be Russian for a Duke Nukem.
Oh, you'd think so.
Doesn't it look like that?
It's not so easy, no. This is farsh is their word. They don't have hamburger, which is made specifically of, not ham, but of beef. They have the word farsh, and it just means ground up meat, which I think is funny because to me that means that it doesn't matter what type of meat. It's meat.
Just meat.
It's
Meat
meat.
is
It's
meat.
ground up. Eat it. It could be pussycat. You don't know.
Ugh.
Crossed out cow, pig, and chicken, and then that's Duke Nukem silhouette.
Oh, yummy.
Well, the aliens have reopened this time.
Yeah.
I'm Roger. I'm one of the programmers at Nerve, and we worked on the port of Duke, kind of updating the renderer in some strategic ways. And one of the things we did was we took the original sector geometry from the original game and found a way at load time to actually generate 3D models for everything you see. So it draws the world like you would expect any modern first-person shooter to do. It gives us access to things like tangent space for surfaces and normals, so we can do per pixel lighting, we can do screen space effects like ambient occlusion, trying to get as much bang for the buck as we can in terms of modern rendering without changing the existing assets and using as much of what was there originally. We're trying to tastefully update the game, and it also corrects things like you have a correct 3D perspective when you're looking up and down, which the original Duke didn't have because it wasn't actually full 3D. We wanted to find a way to bring the best version of Duke, what Duke looked like in your head. What we wanted to do is actually, take all the gameplay implications from that, but actually make it correct perspective 3D like people would expect if you were playing this game now. It was a cool kind of party trick to be able to say that you could look up and down, and nobody else had done that before then.
Yeah, especially from playing Doom, they not being able to jump and not being able to fly and all that, and then actually being able to look up and see who's sniping you and stuff.
It still looks really good in a lot of ways, but there's some ways that technology's come so far that you don't consider that, oh yeah, when you do look it up and down and there's a skybox in the background, you get seasick because there's parallaxing of the 2D background and then the skewing of the sectors and stuff. So.
Yeah, the old render, everything stretches out so much, it's just like, what the heck am I looking at?
Yeah.
I think this is probably my favorite map.
Yeah, this is a good one. I got to play through a good bit of it. The puzzles in here are pretty cool.
Well, what's neat about this map is I based it off of the real pyramids, and this whole area here.
You mean the shape?
Yeah, the shape.
That's uncanny.
Yeah, well, okay. It took 4 sectors. I mean, come on. It was a lot of work. I found some layouts of the actual ruins, and it was built basically like this. And I put it together, and it turned out to a nice little maze.
When you look at the top, it's like, I'm looking, this is so easy, but you get down in there, very quickly I got lost.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get there.
Yeah, it's just a couple turns and you get turned around.
But like I said, in the top down, you think it looks like
ashes. And now that we're in the future, I'm happy with being able to build a whole bunch of stuff.
It's always fun to take the old tech and just, sort of exploit the heck out of it when you've got all this extra processing.
Yeah.
What's really nice, the thing that aggravates me the most is the level design is constantly fighting frame rate. But this, you can do whatever the hell you want, pretty much.
Well, just wait 20 years,
and then you can
make a game with that.
This map, the inside is based on one of the real pyramids, and they have the king's chamber and the queen's chamber, and then they had some subterranean chamber. Added to that, I added the room for the Fifth Element stuff.
I'm amazed how much I've forgotten.
Yeah, that was one of the things. I went through and played some of the original maps, and every map had little tech things that we put in, and it was just showing off things you could do. And in a couple spots we had stupid little waves like this for no reason.
It's cool.
You can do it.
Yeah. So I got some lava thing in here, and then that plays off of the 4 elements for all the different keys you're doing.
Fire. Is this a puzzle that you guys have done before?
Yeah, and the Abyss
was
the first map that had a shrinker puzzle like this. You got to figure out that once you gain access to this little device that's shooting this shrink ray, you stand in front of it, and then now it's just small. You can go get someplace else. And since this is down below everything else, there's no shortcut to get out of it. So you got to backtrack. Activate all the elements, and then you get the 5th element. Pops up, and you get to see what the 5th element is.
Always naked.
There's Jovovich. No, it's Duke.
That's what it reminds me of. Yeah. You see pyramids plus aliens and Stargate.
Yeah. Yeah, I looked at Stargate as reference also. And actually, the mothership you go to is based off of one of their ships in Stargate on the series. What does that say?
Attention, this is someone else. I go ahead and ask the artists if they want to make their own jokes. And you guys too, if you want to still not doing it for Easter egg stuff. But that says, attention, strange dog. Not mine. I don't know, and I don't know who did it.
Yeah.
And hopefully you did a save game. If I wanted to force it, you got to find your way to you know where to go.
Yeah.
If you go in through the bathroom, the air duct,
Yeah, go through the
then you
air ducts
come and
circle
you're
around.
up in that bar, and you've got a rocket launcher, and the guys are down there. They can hardly shoot at you anymore. And it's a whole different.
Much better.
So I have a question
Yeah.
for this map. It feels like I should go this way.
It does. What I want you to do is do that the first time, and then you get in there, the door shuts, and you're gonna get killed. You can't survive.
Yeah.
That's my intention. So you're like, damn it.
I like all this graffiti and stuff they did.
Yeah. The art has been exceptional.
I don't know what any of it means.
No, I don't either. I don't want to. I don't think. Those were always my favorite. The first time it was in Doom. I'm gonna guess it was Romero's maps, but where you got to see a place and you wanted to get there, but you couldn't, and then you come back around later because like, oh, this is the place I wanted to get to.
Yeah, and so this you got the hint of the footprints.
Yeah, is it? Do you think it's good enough for? I think so, but maybe not.
Yeah, it seems pretty good because you can't get through this.
No, it's broken.
And then you follow the footprints.
So what are we fighting in here, Richard?
That guy.
Like, where are we?
Oh, this is an alien ship that's buried underneath the ground, similar to the level I did in.
Yeah, this is Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, and I decided that with the 20 years in the future we could do whatever we want. So I built it as big as place as possible. A nice huge open
Yeah,
area.
I didn't know how you said you were going to do that.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of subs and a broken bridge. I had the original concept working using the actual room over room with the new stuff that Duke has,
Yeah.
which is basically what we had in the Shadow Warrior. So I actually built the bridge so you could fly over it and under it. That's compared to current games, it didn't stand out as being impressive or anything. It was just like, you can go above it and under it, whatever.
You
So I
probably
did-
wouldn't even notice it was a big deal.
Yeah, I couldn't notice that it was a big deal. But after I did it, it's like, well, I thought it was cool because I was able to do it.
I love this. This is one of my favorite. I guess because of all the World War II games you play, where you're trying to, Normandy Beach or the Russians trying to cross that river. But you see the dink, 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 dink in the water where they're shooting at you from all the way over there.
So if you go inside a sub,
They repaired it.
It's
USS.
well, now currently, I'll edit this out, but there's I think 5 USS Dallas right now. So. And then with the basic design of some of the old Duke 3D maps, like the prison, it's not pretty obvious where to go. So it's kind of open and you're kind of lost. I personally kind of find it annoying, but this one, you can blow up part of this bridge here to get on top of it. Yeah, one of the original maps had a cool little transport thing on this. I think it was one of your maps, one of the space stations.
oh, this
Yeah,
yeah.
had going back and forth. So I thought that was a cool way of getting to the other side of the map.
That thing's gonna be great for deathmatch. The boat.
Yeah, riding that across. Yeah, for deathmatch, I put in a whole bunch of teleporters and all these supports.
Right.
So you could teleport through and get from one side to the next, but you got to go through the stuff. So if people shot rockets into those, they might chase you down and kill you
Right.
before you get to where you're going.
Seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a game that has more switches, more kinds of switches.
Yeah, there are a lot. I don't know why we did that.
Pretty amazing.
Well, speaking of switches, when you shoot, it does auto aim, up and down, and it doesn't matter on distance of how far the thing is.
Okay.
And the weird thing is when you press use, it does auto aim on that also.
Wow.
So if I try to use this switch, if I stand back too far, it'll auto aim to the side, and I can't actually flip the switch. So I had to make this switch shootable, and then the one on the other side I had to get rid of because I just couldn't fix it.
The lights are really nice too. From the distance, the buildings on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah, with the new lights, I just put out a couple of key lights, lighting up some areas so you could see it. And since the whole bridge is destroyed and everything, I didn't put lights on all the lights going across the bridge because the power would be out. So that works out well for frame rate.
Nice. That is nice. Actually, that's the best looking skybox.
Yeah, it's a cool skybox. It's
The scale and everything.
and dark and spooky. It's
Yeah.
got Alcatraz out there,
Yeah,
out over there.
that's actually very nice. They like you more than they like me. Didn't stop the postal service. Neither rain nor snow nor threat of aliens.
You come in here to get the blue key card,
Gets
and of course, you know, it's booby trapped with trip mines and stuff. And if you get the shrink ray and shoot the mirror, you can shrink yourself. Oops, bad shot. So this area here is pretty tough with all of the turrets.
Mm-hmm.
If you just get a rocket launcher, they're stupid easy. Because of the auto aim, it makes it nice and easy. So it's hard if you don't have the right weapon, but once you find the right weapon, you just walk through this area. And this will take you down into the inside of the Fort Point courtyard area. It's been taken over by the aliens, and the roof has been covered up, so they're incubating whatever they're doing here. Desert Hollywood. Well, this is going up to the Hollywood sign. Yeah, I can't really build a full mountain completely, so I had to take some liberties and make it a little deserty. I wanted to make a map that was kind of like the original final boss map. You know, the stadium, just a nice, simple area. You can just go and fight the boss, but decided to add a little extra intro area so you can fight through those guys and be able to see the destination and, you know, work your way through it. Kind of give you a sense of being able to see the exit. Some of the other maps, like, you know, the previous map was hard to find where to go. This one's just nice, straightforward, straight path. And we got a whole bunch of cool sector tricks going on with the earthquake and shaking up the ground and everything. Just tons of guys because we got the frame rate.
I like that you can blow up the Hollywood parts of the Hollywood sign. It's very Duke 3D. It's very in the spirit of the game with the interactivity.
Yeah, I was thinking about having the animation at the end where you see Duke with the dead boss, have the Hollywood sign in the background, but the letters were built to say Duke. It's a great challenge.
I was going to say, not out of character.